Hi, I'm Jodi from JodiImage.com, the creator of The Map to Whole Peace. And if you don't have your copy yet, come on over to JodiImage.com and check it out for yourself. Today, I want to talk about taking things personally, because people all the time ask me, why do they take things so personally? And I'll tell you, it's because, oh, there's so much to say about that, actually. You know, sometimes we're really stuck in our heads. It's like a trap feeling, you know, stuck in kind of these old stories about ourselves that we're not good enough, or we should be better, or we make mistakes, or all these kind of stories that we tell about ourselves. And they're really like prisons, if you could imagine that. And in those kind of prisons that we're stuck in, and we're so in our mind so much, that everything that happens feels like it's about us. You know, everything that we've come across each day and everything that we do, it always feels like it's immediately just about us. And that's why we take everything so personally. So if somebody else is having a bad day and says something to us, or somebody else is mean or impatient, we think that we've done something wrong. And they might act like we've upset them, and they might act like it's our fault, because that's just what people do. But that doesn't really mean it is our fault. I mean, sometimes I'm not against, like, you know, taking responsibility for yourself and, like, you know, being accountable for the things you do. But sometimes we're just too accountable and too responsible. And we have to let go of some of this stuff, because it really isn't about us. A lot of times people act like that and act ways towards us, and it's really about them. So how do we figure out when it's about us and we should take responsibility and be accountable, and when we should know, take us that step back and know, this is not really about us, this is about this person having a bad day? Well, I could tell you. One is, like I just said, when you take a step back, sometimes you get to see things from a different perspective. Sometimes you get a little bit more knowledge about what might be going on, and you can kind of see what might be going on for the other person. And so before you make any conclusions about what something means, take that step back and kind of see what might be going on for this other person. And that could give you clarity. That could let you know, like, is it me that they're talking about, or is it them? And from that perspective, that could give you a total peace of mind. It could help you relax or feel really relieved that, you know, not everything that you do and everything that happens in your life is about you. I mean, I know some people who could, like, you know, the bombing in Boston Marathon, like, they could conclude somehow in their heads, find some conclusion that it was like their fault because they didn't, like, pray hard enough, or something, or they didn't make their bed just perfectly, and something bad in the world happens. Now, that could seem totally ridiculous, but in our head, it could have a lot of power. So the second thing you could do is just say it out loud. You could say it to somebody, or write it down, or just even say it out loud to yourself. Or your trusted therapist could maybe hear it for you. And once you say it out loud, you could realize, like, that is so ridiculous. Like, I had this one client the other day say, like, if I had a better personality, you know, her stepdaughters would actually act better, have better behavior. And when she said it out loud, she thought, it's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of like thinking the whole world revolves around you, really. But it's not in a good way. It's not like an egotistical, like, highly confident way the world's revolving around you. It's the opposite. It's like the world revolves around you, but you're broken and wrong and mistaken and unworthy. And it's just a really awful kind of prison to be in. And I don't really want you to be there anymore. So I have a challenge for you today. Try to think of something in your life that you're taking really personally, and see if you could see it a little bit differently, and come and write down some guesses. Just guess. Guesses about how else you could see it and what else you could do. So if you like this video, then like it and share it on Twitter and Facebook with all your friends. Then head on over to JodiImage.com, where there's more articles and videos about opening your heart and loving yourself. And while you're there, don't forget to sign up for email updates so you don't miss a thing. And until next time, let the you that you want to be shine through.